I lived with my boyfriend and his parents for 3 months, and none of them knew that I was transgender. I'm gonna tell you how she found out. So basically, here's a little background on me. I started transitioning when I was a teenager, and I went through the whole glitz and glam. I met my boyfriend here in New York, and he was staying in Buffalo, but he relocated to New York, homeless. I met him outside. We eventually ended up getting together, and he told me that he was going to move back in with his parents, and he would love for me to come with. So I went, and I didn't tell him, yo, I'm trans. He introduced me to his mom. He introduced me to his dad. I met a few of his siblings. And, I was even laying in the bed. There are times that I was showering and the mom would come in and nobody had a clue. So one day I asked to use someone's phone, and my phone was not working. So I logged into my Instagram. I have 2 Instagram accounts. I have one for people that I know and another for people that I don't. So I ended up forgetting to log out. And his mom went to use her phone after me. And the next day when I woke up, I just found her acting really funny. She was acting really strange. She loved me, but then she started acting very standoffish, almost like you betrayed me. Like you could see the look in her eye. So, I finally decide that I've had enough with attention, and I want to ask her, what's really good? Like, what's happening? What's going on? What's beef? So she's like, you logged into my phone last night. Do you know what you left on there? I said, no, nothing. I should have logged out. And she said, I went to your page and I watched your videos. I said, what videos? She says, of your transition. You didn't tell us. So then she's like, you were around my kids. You were around my grandkids. You were around my nieces and nephews. Why didn't you tell me this? I said, ma'am, listen, you make it seem like I'm a threat to the public safety or something. I'm a regular girl, but I knew if I would have said something that I would be labeled otherwise and I would be dehumanized and treated funny. That's why I didn't say nothing. She said, well, you gotta get up and help clean up. You know what? If you're gonna be living here, you gotta help clean up. She started getting real snappy. So I'm like, I'm just gonna pack my things and go because I know that's the next thing you're gonna say. She's like, yeah, does my son know? I said, nah. She said, you know what? We're gonna keep it between us, but you gotta go. I said, okay. So what did I do? I packed myself and I left. I wasn't gonna play with her.
So I'm just gonna say it because I know it's gonna be all over the comment section, and because if you get, let me not say that because monetization. So when you end up on the first 48, we're supposed to feel bad for you, right? Roll that intro. Let me sit. You telling me you have to find the words. You're telling me you ended up meeting this man while he was homeless. First of all, can we all just say, why in the hell would you date a man who's homeless and you decided to go wherever he went, which in this case was his parents' house, to live with him? Sis, you can do better than that. And I don't want to hear anyone in the comment section talk about something, oh, well, it's the potential that counts. That's the fucking problem with a lot of you guys. Stop falling in love with potential. Potential doesn't pay the bills. Potential is not gonna help you today. Potential is just what the word means. Potential. All right, so stop that shit, kill that noise. So before we get started, please be respectful in the comments. This is a very touchy subject, but I'm just gonna be extremely raw. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this shit because, to be quite honest with you, I genuinely don't understand how anyone could think this is okay. First things first, this video is quite old and I came across this while trying to do some research for my videos, and I was just like, why the hell is this not more viral? But I did want to touch on this topic because I find it ridiculously insane that a lot of people are out here lying about their transitions and then finding it very confusing that bad things happen to them. Second of all, honesty is the best policy. I don't even need to remind you what the rate of homicide is for for trans women, especially trans women of color. I don't even understand why any of you think it's funny, think it's okay, think it's appropriate whatsoever to lie about your identity whatsoever to anybody, let alone someone that you are in a relationship with, because this is a dangerous game. I do not give a rat ass, I don't give a flying fouchette if you're gonna call me, okay? Because at the end of the day, this is fucked up. Give people the opportunity to choose if they want to be with you, depending on who you are wholeheartedly. I'm sick and tired of people in the trans community trying to hide who they are because they specifically have changed who they are. I feel like who you were and who you are today are all a part of your journey. And it really does annoy me, regardless of who you are in terms of the LGBTQIA, when you lie about it. Like, I hate people who are in the closet. I hate people who lie about who they are. I hate people who try to sit there and try to bamboozle people and swindle people, because it's like, I know so many people who are parts of those communities, literally from every single letter, and they struggle every single day. They literally went through hell being who they are. They've lost family. They've lost relationships. They've lost like so many people in their lives, living their truth. There's so many people out there dying, literally being who they are. And then you got people out here being cowards, lying to people. Like, it bothers me. And I know that's the main reason people don't want to be who they are. That's the main reason people lie. But while people are out here being courageous, you're being a coward. Yes, I said it. While people are out there losing their lives, marching, people are out there living their truth, you're out here ruining people's lives, literally putting yourself in danger and then expecting people to feel sorry for you. It doesn't fucking make sense. You're making other people's lives harder and making your whole plight more difficult, specifically because you choose to lie about who you truly are. You being who you were in the past is all part of your journey. Whether you were a woman or a man before, who you are today is who you are today. And even though you think that's all that matters, who you were before is important. A lot of people do actually care about that. Most people you are intimate with deserve to know. Like, it doesn't make sense to me how people think that they don't have to say that. Like, I feel like if you're in an intimate relationship with somebody, you have to tell them, like, yeah, I used to be a man. Yeah, I used to be a woman, or whatever the case may be. Like, that is genuinely important. And it's crazy that this girl really got on camera talking about something. Yeah, this is how I, stayed with my boyfriend and his family, and they didn't know I was trans, and this is how they found out. And she literally had that type of reaction at the end, like, well, yeah, I just hopped out that house because, girl, the reason I didn't say anything was because, I knew they was gonna react some type of way. Like, well, how do you think they're gonna react now? You lied to them for 3 fucking months. Like, literally. And I understand that the whole logic behind this is you don't want to be judged a specific type of way, and you don't want to be discriminated against. You don't want people to look at you differently or look at you as not a woman or not a man. But at the end of the day, you have to give people the right to choose. You have to tell people the truth. And most importantly, you need to live your truth. And your truth is you are a person who has transitioned. And I think the sooner people accept that, especially trans people, the better life will be. Because I really don't like the fact that a lot of people be having this whole idea of, oh, since I transitioned, my past is erased. Your past is not erased, okay? And everyone that you're dealing with intimately has a right to know. Now, I will say, I don't think that everyone has to know. Like, I feel like, just because you're friends with someone, they don't have to know that you're trans. I don't think that everyone you come into contact with, like, in terms of, like, in the grocery store or whatever, needs to know that you're trans. Like, I don't think so. But if you're gonna be intimate with somebody, they need to know that you're trans. If you're on a date with someone, I think that's subjective. I don't know. Comment down below what you guys think. But I feel like if you're going to be intimate in any way, even if it's just a kiss, you should let them know, because they should have the right to choose if they want to be intimate in any way, shape, or form or not with you, because you are trans. Because some people may feel some type of way about that, and whether you feel some type of way about them feeling some type of way about that, that's not your call to make. They are entitled to that opinion. There's been a crazy amount of people losing their lives, especially in the trans community, and it's very, very sad. I'm not even gonna lie, like, it's actually very heartbreaking, because a lot of them are literally out here trying to live their lives the best way they can. They're trying to live their truth, and some of them, I'm not even gonna lie, have lied. about who they truly are, while some of them haven't. And I feel like a lot of it has to do with ignorance, a lot of it has to do with fear, a lot of it has to do with just the lack of acceptance on both ends. So I feel like the sooner we all accept that trans community is not going away, and the fact that the trans community needs to be more upfront and honest, the less violence that will happen on both parts, because it's very disheartening to see people lose their lives specifically because they're different. Like, it's so heartbreaking to see people really lose their lives off of something so minuscule. And I understand it's such a big issue, so I really don't want to say it's minuscule, but it is. Like, in comparison to so many bigger issues that we have in the world, it's just like, I feel like people should be able to live the lives that they want, the way they want to. People are just so heartless and so selfish, and it's like people are out here trying to kill people. Like, literally, like, we're out here taking people's lives based off of our fragile sexuality, okay? And in this case, a lot of men and their fragile masculinity. It's crazy that a lot of men are taking women's lives, and yes, I'm still going to call them women. I know a lot of you guys hate when I make these videos and you're like, how can you still call them women? I still consider them women at the end of the day. A lot of these men are taking these women's lives specifically because they feel like they've slept with a man after, you know, they've been lied to. And I understand that at the end of the day, you know, they still don't see these men as women because they've transitioned, but they are women. So it's just like, even if that's the case, do we really have to take their lives? Like, we really need to sit here and think about it. Like, is it really enough to take one's life away specifically because they lied to you about their sexuality? It baffles me. Like, and it really goes to show how society is raising men these days, that their masculinity is so fragile that they feel like they have to redeem it by taking the lives of trans women to show that they're macho enough, to show that they're man enough to redeem the little sense of masculinity that they may have left. That's actually pretty terrifying. And then you have the men that have no problem sleeping with trans women, but they won't really announce it to the world. They'll just sleep with them behind closed doors and hide it because, you know, they're afraid that people will find out because they don't see trans women as real women. And it's just like, why can't we at least respect them as people? And it's sad because I really do feel for them because I don't think they deserve that. I really don't. And I think that's why a lot of them hide it as well. A lot of them hide it because they feel like they won't get the respect, right? They feel like they won't get the men that they want, specifically because they are trans. They feel like they won't be seen as, you know, legitimate women, so to say. And I'm not saying that to be disrespectful, but I've had trans friends that said that to me. So, you know, they said, you know, sometimes I don't say it because there's a man that I really want and I feel like he won't respect me as a legitimate woman because I'm trans. And I've told them, like, yo, you better tell the truth, because if you end up on CNN, I'm not gonna be able to back your ass up. You know, we laugh about it and stuff, but it's crazy because it's like, I feel bad because there's a lot of men out there that really will take your life because of that. So I'm telling you guys right now, if you're watching this right now and you're trans, please stop fucking lying, because there's plenty of men out there that will accept you. There's plenty of people out there that will love you for you no matter what. And living your truth is a lot easier than living a lie. You will feel better when someone loves you wholeheartedly for you. With that being said, please comment down below how you guys feel. Please be respectful about how you guys feel. And of course, please make sure you guys check out my other two channels. My Haitian channel deals with Haitian voodoo, politics, and folklore. My personal channel deals with vlogs, personal content, things like that. Follow me on Instagram. I'm trying to get to 50K. Everything you need is going to be linked down below. And please make sure to join Patreon, where I do exclusive uploads. There is a private Discord that you can join, and you get discounts on events that I throw. I'm having a speed networking event in North New Jersey. Everything you need, again, is going to be linked down below. Love you guys so very much. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Bye.